Hey everyone, and welcome. So, if you're aiming for a top spot at an IIT, you know the journey is, well, it's a beast. It's incredibly demanding. But today, we're going to look at how tech, specifically AI, is becoming a secret weapon for tackling one of India's toughest exams, the JEE. So yeah, let's dive right in.
So let's set the scene. Every single year, millions of students start this absolute marathon. The syllabus, it's huge. The competition, totally fierce. And the pressure, man, it can be just crushing. Honestly, it feels less like just studying and more like you're trying to navigate this crazy high-stakes maze, right?
And this quote, wow, this really just hits home, doesn't it? You've got this massive dream, this fire to get into an IIT, but at the same time, you're just drowning in all the prep work. It's this constant tug of war that pretty much every single student goes through.
So, are you feeling that pressure? Look, it's completely normal. It's part of the game. But the real question, the one that matters, is how do you take all that stress, all that pressure, and actually turn it into something useful? How do you make it fuel a smarter way to study? Okay, so what if you had an edge? I mean, what if there was a better way to handle all this? A tool that could cut through the chaos, and just give you a clear, focused path to follow? Well, that's exactly where these new prep platforms are stepping in and trying to change the game. Yeah, that feeling of just being completely swamped, it sticks around. It really does. Until, that is, you stumble upon something that changes everything. And today, we're going to look at exactly that. And here it is. Welcome to JEE Master. So what's the big deal? It's all built around three really cool ideas. First, you get AI-powered practice tests that are actually realistic. Second, you get instant reports on how you did, so you know exactly where you messed up. And third, a national leaderboard to see how you stack up against everyone else. So this is all about practicing like a pro. The whole idea is to stop just passively reading books and start actively training. It's about you taking the driver's seat, You control your schedule, you pick your topics, you decide how hard the challenge is going to be. And look how simple this is. It's your test, your rules. Step 1, just pick your exam. JEE Main, Advanced, whatever. Step 2, you set the difficulty. You want easy? You got it. You want to face a monster? Go for it. Step 3, start whenever you want. And step 4, the best part, you get feedback the second you're done. No waiting around. And here's the kicker. This isn't just a bunch of random questions thrown together. No way. Every single question is generated by an algorithm to feel just like the real JEE. That means every test you take is a totally unique simulation. You're not just memorizing answers from some old dusty question bank. This is the real deal. So let's break it down. Think about the old way. You've got these static question banks that get boring and repetitive fast. But with this, you get unique questions every single time. With traditional practice, you're reviewing everything manually. Here, you can just mark tricky questions for later, just like in the real exam. And the biggest difference? Delayed feedback versus instant review. It's a no-brainer, really. Okay, now we get to the really cool part. Your own personal AI coach. Seriously. Because look, it's one thing to just practice, right? But it's a whole other thing to get smart advice on what you should practice next. This is where we stop guessing and actually start improving. It's all about using your data to study smarter. Just picture this. You finish a grueling 3-hour test, you hit submit, and bam, instantly you see this super clear dashboard. It tells you exactly what you nailed, where you totally fumbled, and pinpoints the specific concepts you need to work on. All the guesswork is just gone. Which brings us to the million-dollar question every single student asks. How do you study smarter, not just harder? I mean, you only have so many hours in a day. How do you make sure every single minute you spend studying actually counts for something? The answer? You get your own AI study plan. It's that simple. This thing doesn't just point out your mistakes and say, good luck. Nope. It takes all your performance data and builds a custom-made roadmap just for you, designed to help you improve. So the AI might look at your results and say, hey, listen, your chemistry basics are a little shaky. Let's really hammer those down. Or it might notice, you're awesome at individual math concepts, but when we mix them up, you struggle. So let's focus on cross-topic problems. See? It's giving you super specific, actionable advice. All right, so you've got your custom plan. Now what? Now it's time to climb to the top. This is all about putting that plan into action and watching yourself get better. It creates this awesome motivational loop where seeing yourself improve just makes you want to work even harder. And it starts with this: instant reports. Every single test you take gives the system more data, a clearer picture of where you are right now.
Then you get to track your performance over time. You can literally watch your scores and your accuracy climb higher and higher. It's the best proof that your hard work is actually paying off.
You can even compete with your friends. A little friendly competition can be a huge motivator, especially on those days when you just do not feel like studying.
And it all comes together right here. You can literally watch yourself climb higher on the national leaderboard every single day. There's nothing more satisfying than seeing that rank go up, knowing you're getting closer and closer to your goal.
So, the final question is for you. Are you ready to own your future? Because that's what tools like this are really all about. They're about putting you in control, giving you personalized practice and smart feedback so you can study smarter, not just harder. It's a huge shift in how we can use technology to prep for these big exams. And honestly, it's a total game changer.